So this worked pretty good. It was really weird because it seemed like they weren't really doing anything until I took them off, and then they weren't there, and then it was like, oh yeah, those were working. So yeah, marginal success. Going on a road trip this weekend, and I'm gonna build. It's supposed to be hot, so I'm gonna build a cool set of cooled seat covers, sort of covers, not really covers, but that would have been a good idea to buy a seat cover to do this with, but I'm not getting that crazy. I'm just gonna use some t-shirts over the seats and some tubing and a couple little pumps. I got some other little ones. These guys will probably be what I use, just one set of these. And where I'm going to keep the motors in here, and this full of water, and that'll keep the ice out of the motors. So, let's see if this works. We're going to try this, see how this guy runs. Supposedly, it's a submerged. Ooh, hey. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I like that. You see that? Alright, so that one's the output. Sweet. This is gonna work great. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna use to pull this off. I'm gonna wire both motors to the same thing because they don't pull. Well, they do pull a bit, but not a lot. So I'm just going to clip this into my amp on my stereo that's behind the seat, because the cooler is going to go behind the seat. So I should be able to just clip this on and off whenever I need it. And then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I got this tubing. It's quarter ID. This thing I got off Amazon. Came in a set of 2. I'll post a link. And then these clips, I got this and this at Lowe's. So yeah, I'm gonna go make a mess of things and bring it back when I figured some stuff out. I just drew on here with the pencil like the route I think that the hose should take, which should like loop up and down here and then go back out and back to the cooler. So I'm gonna make up 2 of those. I got a lot of hose to leave in the cooler so that the water can stay cold in the hose, so should be good. Alright, I'm gonna go make 2 t-shirts of hose. I snapped the shirt into the lid of this crate. I'm just zip tying it in the pattern I sketched out. So this is the second one. I ended up using a Sharpie to lay out my lines. Basically I traced the other one, it's under here. You can kind of see the... Anyway, I traced it and then flipped it, so trying to disregard that, and then I went through with my thing and I just poked my 2 holes, and then you put your zip ties in there. Now I'm just running around putting them in, and then we'll get to the pumps and stuff after that. Got it all laid out on the shirt here, trimmed all up the zip ties. Time to do the trim up this other one and then do the motor pump stuff. Alright, so I got a switch wired up to power and these motors, and we're going to put the motors in the water. Whoa, that one's in the water, that one in the water, and then no power. I'm going to add power. Got power to the switch. Switch on. We got pumps. Sweet. Now I gotta just hook everything together. Put it in the cooler and head to Powerland. Got it in. both installed on the switch in the cooler full of ice. Flip on the switch. You can't really see it, but it's flowing. So yeah, that's gonna be great. Hopefully. So this worked pretty good. It was really weird because it seemed like they weren't really doing anything until I took them off, and then they weren't there, and then it was like, oh yeah, those were working. So yeah, marginal success.